Good morning. Is this on? I've heard a lot. Obviously, we've all heard a lot tonight. For what I've wanted to say, we've all pretty much heard it, from statistics to history to stories. I first want to say that us people who fully believe in the constitutional rights that we hold dear, we still sympathize with those who have lost loved ones across the country. I think we believe on a wide variety of issues as far as trying to end or cure the mental health issue. I believe that we can all come to an agreement that we don't want to see anybody killed. But we have to come at this with some common sense and some humility at the same time. One of the biggest issues that has been pretty much subdued is our cultural issue. I mean, I've heard everything put on blame, to guns, to drugs. Do have an issue? But the people don't really want to hear the truth. The truth of the matter is accountability is lost. Issues start at home with parenting. I mean, I can give you the statistics that marital status is widely broken. Kids are lost today. They don't have any direction. They're not taught right in school. They're not taught right at home for the majority of the part. We have a cultural issue. These kids, for the most part, are just not raised right today in society. They are influenced many ways. In music, in art now, you see it, the Golden Globes Awards show, whatever that monstrosity was. You see it all over. Drugs do have an effect, but if we're going to put blame on tools, I mean, you might as well just put blame on vehicles, as they account to thousands and thousands of deaths a year. Now, vehicular homicides, you don't blame the Chevy, you don't blame the Ford. Blame the person behind the wheel. Car is just a tool to get around, a tool to travel, whatever, a tool to customize. But you blame the driver. Insurance blames the driver. What's the difference with a gun? I just don't see it. I think we get away from accountability and you know, just common sense altogether. Another big issue is representation. A poll was given. Nearly 80% of people in this poll said that more gun laws enacted will not help anything. The poll was taken down, and the gentleman who represents District 1 still signed the bill and decided to try and push it through. That is not listening or caring the people that you represent. That is a misrepresentation. That is a lack of representation. And I bring the argument towards Mr. Metz. Senator, it is imperative. We elect you, which means we put some trust in you to listen to us. And the ignorance is, if you're going to try and push through a bill that 80% of people saying that it's no good, that is not listening to it. That is absolutely not listening to us. That's not caring of what we have to say.
Yeah,
If I can, I don't think you know my district. My district is majority minority. We had a family where the father shot all the kids, and they heard the little boy begging his father for his life, and then the father took his life because what he wanted to do was to make the mother and his wife feel the pain. So my wife was the head of the guidance department at Roger Williams Middle School. And some of the kids went to other schools. It not only directly impacted that family, it impacted all the schools where those kids went. I've been to more funerals of teenagers than you'll ever go to. So before you judge me, my constituents are very happy that I put that bill in. That's why I get 98% of the vote, just so you know. So your district is different than my district. So as far as representing my community or my constituents, that's exactly what I'm doing. So I just wanted to correct you on that. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Senator. So you can continue.
Is the principle of the matter, not just what district you represent. Us, I don't feel like I don't feel like I have to. I don't feel like I have to. We as a people employ you. We hire you. We instill trust in you to a certain degree. And again, you saying that you don't want to listen to a man who is given a testimony because you don't agree with his stance. That's ignorance in itself. Now, we can agree on issues.
I
It's
never
fine.
said that. I never said that. I said I'm here to listen to everybody. I've been doing it for 28 years.
But not listen to this gentleman who was giving a testimony.
Point of order,
Sir,
Madam
can
Chair.
just, Senator Lombardi.
Point of order. We got to focus testimony on the issue, on the bills before us, not personalities or otherwise. And I would urge the witnesses just to testify through the chair and not direct anything to any individual senators.
Thank you, Senator.
Absolutely.
Sir,
I-
please continue.
I fully agree. What I'm trying to make in his example as far as representation, which is a problem that we also have when bills are being put forth to the general public. I do not support anything that goes against the U.S. Constitution. I do, however, support reciprocity, constitutional reciprocity. I don't understand why that's not implemented. As a United States citizen, I should be able to take my weapons with me for the sake of safety into neighboring states. Many other states recognize that. I believe that's a necessity. As far as the bill that goes for teachers that allow to carry, I think that's been misconstrued a lot as far as all teachers being able to carry. I think we can all agree that there's some teachers that probably should not carry. So we have to be very diligent on how we go about that. But I stand with many of the people behind me that we want our students to be safe. We also have to do a better job on parenting and not teaching our kids to be so dependent on government and so dependent on safe spaces. These are kids just a few weeks ago, a month ago, you know, company had to come out and pretty much design its own safety box so kids could not access a non-edible substance. And yet you guys are weighing on their trust to help decide bills. That's, to me, is definitely wrong. You know, these kids perfectly well knew what they were consuming. They perfectly well knew the dangers and the issues that these chemicals cause. It is an issue.
Sir, if we could just stick to the pieces of legislation that are before us, please.
I'm all for the United States Constitution, and we elect you guys to enforce it and protect it, and that's what I stand for.
Thank you very much.